The new year is coming. For hundreds of years it was celebrated with fireworks made from gunpowder. Now let's make some of our own. For this project you will need potassium nitrate, gardening sulfur, charcoal made from toilet paper, coffee grinder, sieve, spoon, water or some other solvent, rock tumbler, 3D, hobby edition, turn rough rocks into shiny, semi-precious gemstones, just like professional collectors. And glass balls. To get charcoal needed for this, I will pyrolyze few rolls of toilet paper using sealed steel can and campfire. Make sure to use steel, cause aluminum will melt. Try to close it as tightly as you can to let no oxygen inside. Heat and rotate it until there is no more smoke. Now to crafting. Okay, firstly, I will take some granulated gardening sulfur. I will need 10 grams. So let's weigh it. A bit of extra to account for spillage. Let's say 15. And now I will use coffee grinder to grind it into fine dust. That should do it. And now let's add it to the glass balls. Remember to use something that doesn't spark, so because if you have a spark you might have a bad day. Yeah, should be 10 grams. So now I will weigh out 15 grams of carbon made from toilet paper. Okay, 11.5 grams. Three and a half grams, okay. So this makes in total 10 grams of sulfur and 15 grams of carbon. Now let's close it and start grinding it using the rock tumbler. For one day. Okay, so the sulfur and charcoal was milling for around one day. As you can see, it is pretty uniform now. You want to make sure that it's very fine dust and doesn't have any yellow dots, because if you have yellow dots it means that sulfur isn't milled correctly and it will work like shit. So now I can add the last ingredient, potassium nitrate, 75 grams. Stir it a bit. And now we can keep milling. Okay, so it was milling for about 48 hours in total. We had to turn it off at night because it's really loud. So now I will open it. Make sure not to breathe in the dust. I will open it and let it settle. Using sieve. Make sure that the sieve is dry. You can use hair dryer to dry it. Spoon, a bit of water, scale and some type of container. And you also want to make sure that your nails are nice and short so you don't get anything under it. Okay, it should settle. Let's open it now. As you can see, it is pretty sticky, so it means it's blended good. And let's sieve it and see how much we get. Okay, so it's stuck together. Try to get this through. Break it into a bit smaller pieces. Oh, over 98%, so almost no spillage. That's awesome. So now that we are sure that, as you can see, it's very fine, now I will add bit by bit tiny amounts of water, really tiny. You want to make it just a bit sticky. Get the ones that stick from the bottom and clamp it together with spoon. As you can see, it sticks, so that's enough. Hope. So now I will take the sieve, I will make ball out of it and make very little pieces of it. Yeah, it's like a wet sand, maybe Play-Doh, something along those lines. Squeeze it as hard as you can. And now let's try to make granules. Nice and slow, because it can break into pieces, and when it does, you have to redo the ball. Rotate the ball little by little. Okay, so I'm done grinding it. As you can see, it took a bit more space. It took about 15 minutes, maybe 20. I didn't check time. Now I will put it into oven. I won't turn it on. We just don't use oven that often, so it may dry by itself for a few days. I have time. I could use a dryer, but I don't want to. Second one. Okay, so a bit of leftover green mix. Green mix is the half product before granulation. Look at this. That was fast. Now let's check quality of the powder. It can be done by measuring how fast does it deflagrate. We are also comparing it to non-compressed powder from ammunition. We made half a meter line of powder and will count frames to calculate speed of deflagration. Usually it is between 0.1 to 1 meters per second in air and up to few hundreds compressed. After counting time, line vanished in 37 hundredths of a second. That makes 1.35 meters per second. I am happy with the result. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give this video a like and watch next one, in which I make fireworks and blow up concrete block. And Happy New Year!